Hey everyone, What If Fan here, bringing you another exciting part of What If becoming a mangaka in One Piece world. You can find the fanfic title and the original author's name on my Patreon page. Make sure to check it out and show them some love. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Quick update. What If Natsu had dual elements will be going on hold soon, since we've nearly caught up with the author. I'd love to do another poll to decide our next project, but unfortunately, due to my travel plans, I won't be able to start a new series until the end of December if we go that route. So instead, I've decided that the series which came in second place in the last poll will be our next project. That means the series replacing What If Natsu had dual elements will be What If Transmigrated into One Piece and became a Marine. Also check out my Patreon channel for early releases of all the series, where you can find all the series released one day ahead of YouTube. Alright, let's jump into it. Chapter 351, Whitebeard and Redhaired. Part 2. I bet buy it on the new age. Shanks' eyes flashed as he read the words of his future version about Luffy. Gah! What East Blue booze are you talking about, Newgate? Wahahaha. There are no better wines than what the art store sells. No matter how much Roger drank of this wine, he couldn't get drunk. You look like me. Roger took Shanks seriously while saying that. It looks like I'll bet you at some point in my life. And now, you're betting on Luffy. Let me tell you this, boy. Your bet is correct. Moby Dick. Suddenly, the looks that looked at Teach from time to time became heavier. Teach started to sweat more and more while he read today's volume. This is as expected. It's all over for me. Equals 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 equals. Manga events. Shanks pointed to the wounds on his left eye and began to talk about it to Whitebeard. This isn't a wound from the adventure, nor did I get it from Hawkeye. Your man, Blackbeard Teach, was the one who inflicted this wound. Whitebeard. Shanks continued to speak. And it's not like I was careless or anything. Do you understand what I'm trying to say here, Whitebeard? All this time, he's been hiding in the shadow of the famous Whitebeard. And now, he's gained power. And started to take action. In the end, he'll be aiming for the top with his own will. He'll eventually take over your position, too. Whitebeard heard everything Shanks had said up to this point and got the point of it all, but he still didn't understand what the red hair wanted him to do by saying all of this. What do you want me to do? That's what you came here for, right? Shanks took a deep breath and begged Whitebeard. This was the most he could do to help his former captain's son. Please, stop Ace. Despite his youth, he's entrusted to captain the second division of your crew. Ace is strong. I know that very well. But that fame and trust complicate things. It's not yet time for them to face each other. Leave Blackbeard Teach alone. That's the only wish I have. After hearing all this, Whitebeard started laughing. Foo. Garararara. A sniveling kid like you dare to say such things. At this moment, the aura surrounding Whitebeard changed from friendly to savage, warning Shanks. His crime is something that's highly forbidden on a pirate ship. He killed a Nakama, thus violating the ultimate law. I treat any idiot I let on my ship like my own son. Now, where would the soul of my murdered son go? You can't live in this world without humanity and justice. It's my responsibility to give that stupid Teach a lesson about that. Do you understand, fool? You're 100 years too early to order me around. Equals 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 equals. Whitebeard looked at Teach, who was shivering in the corner, and got up from his seat. When he moved, the sea began to shake, the ship seemed unstable. The air started shivering. The world began to tremble. The Whitebeard's sons turned away from the way one by one. Oyage! Before Teach could finish his first word, he was caught up and silenced by Whitebeard like a small chicken.
Don't call me that. I don't have a son like you.
Sabaody Archipelago. This powerful conqueror hockey.
Is this the level of the Yonko? They are more terrifying than the admirals and legendary hunters. Isn't it, Beckman?
Yasop looked at the 25-year-old who had a shotgun like him and was looking at the manga page in which he appeared in with interested eyes.
Yasop, are you going to be a hunter for the rest of your life? Don't you want to find the captain?
The boss saved my wife from death. I'm grateful to him enough to choose a new future. I also have a terrible wife, who will kill me if I become a pirate. The captain is still a teenage kid at the moment, he's still far from what he is in the manga.
Then. And you?
Why are you participating in this war with our side?
Yasop asked. Well, the benefits of being a hunter are tempting to me right now. But the most important reason is that I want to meet Shanks as soon as possible.
This war will be the chance for that to happen.
Marineford.
Garp's mood completely changed at this moment.
He immediately entered the chat forum and left a long tweet cursing all 100 Teach origins before logging out.
However, he did not calm down. After all, this bastard was targeting his grandson.
Well, I'm already at Water 7 in the manga. If you're men, come all of you.
I wish I could see myself crushing your bones in the manga.
Oh. Shit. Is this Ace? Damn it. Ohara. Ace. Rouge looked at the end of the chapter in which Ace appeared and couldn't contain her rising ominous feeling.
Suddenly, she remembered everything Shanks had said in the manga about stopping Ace and became more nervous.
Don't worry, my dear. Ace is very strong.
Even Newgate trusts him. Roger patted his wife's back and comforted her with a smile on his face.
Chapter 352, The Dead End of Teach. West Blue, Elysia Kingdom.
Inside the art store of this calm kingdom, a young man with a pale face was enjoying reading manga. Everyone who saw him immediately turned away from his place. Before the appearance of the Blackbeard pirates in the manga, this young man was only relatively famous in this kingdom since he was the son of the mayor who was commissioned by King Thalassa Lucas on a neighboring island. But after the appearance of the Blackbeard pirates in the manga of One Piece, his situation completely changed and he became a famous figure on a global level.
After all, in his first appearance in the manga, he appeared in the middle of Marigoa.
Yes, this young man was the 16-year-old Lafitte.
Wohoho, here I appear again in this masterpiece that's fun.
Lafitte's shape wasn't much different from his future version, he looked incredibly pale skin and despite his young age, he was still very tall. After first appearing in the manga he began wearing the same clothes as his future counterpart.
That's why the only difference between him and Lafitte in the manga was his young age. Currently, Lafitte has been enjoying the sudden occurrence of the Blackbeard pirates in the manga. Equals 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 equals. Manga events. Grand Line and Island. Hey, look! It's an article about the Straw Hats.
After Blackbeard Teach had seen the contents of the newspaper, he handed it over to Van Augur to see, also.
Say ha ha ha. They've done such an outrageous thing. Van Augur grabbed the newspaper and marveled at what he saw. HRMM.
They took out the judicial island.
I bet their bounties will jump up.
Even Lafitte was surprised when he heard about the judicial island.
Eni's lobby is famous for the sea train coming from Water 7, isn't it? Van Augur commented. It's not far from here. Must have been some kind of fate. Even Jesus Burgess got excited. Weha let's go, Captain.
Vasco Shot took pity on the unlucky Straw Hats this time.
Pity.
That they're within our range.
How unlucky they are. Cough. Arg. At this moment, the crew is already starting to move. Of course, we're going. Say ha 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 ha. Prepare to set sail. Hey. At this moment, someone spoke, which caught up the attention of Blackbeard Teach and his crew. HRMM? Ace appeared on the roof of a building. It was the person who had just spoken. Wait up, Teach. I've been looking for you. Equals 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 equals. Since he's alone, and we're a whole crew, he must have killed himself, fufufu. Lafitte was sure of this. After all, abundance beats courage. Not only that, but the captain managed to injure the Yonko, red-haired. That means he is not a weak captain. At this point, Lafitte was subconsciously considering Teach as his captain. He didn't know that his captain was in a miserable state at this moment. Moby Dick. Ace. Whitebeard looked at this scene with many complex emotions in his heart. He did not expect that Roger's son would become his son in the future. And he takes his likes and values seriously. Even to achieve justice for his murdered son, he took the mission of hunting down the killer and punishing him. And now the awaited moment has arrived. But what will the result be? Will what the red hair warned him from will really happen? Will Ace fall? Blackbeard Teach. Whitebeard pressed the armrest of his chair until it broke completely. Teach caused his mood to change from good to worse after this chapter. After remembering Teach's condition, Marco and the others shook their heads pitifully. In the prison room in the basement of Moby Dick, Teach was lying in his blood inside the prison. He was not dead, but he was almost dead. Previously, he was beaten to half a corpse by Whitebeard. Not only that, but he was fed a useless ordinary Zoan-type devil fruit, and he was handcuffed with Kairoseki, and thrown into a dark dungeon by the order of Whitebeard himself. This was a dead end for Teach. Water 7. What's the latest news about the young Mayor Iceberg-san coming back? He is currently immersed in the Sea Train project with his mentor. It's hard to get them to go back to Water 7. Aren't we now areas of the Hunter's Empire's influence? Why doesn't he come back? We don't have any relationship with the world government anymore. It's not that he doesn't want to go back, it's that he can't. Then what about Frankie? And Tom-san? The same for them. Inside the art store, many carpenters and ordinary people were still talking about Tom and his disciples who had not returned here since they left 3 months ago. Look! Frankie makes the dream ship. I wonder what it would be. Frankie is so talented, I'm sure it would be a very excellent ship. The hell did he finish it already? Oh! The new bounties of the crew members have appeared. Let me see. Oh my gosh. That's scary. Chapter 353, the next destination is Fishman Island? Manga events. Water 7, Shipwreck Island. At this moment, Frankie was working on building the ship with everything he had, and the frog Yokozuna was helping him with that. Suddenly, Iceberg arrived. What's going on, Frankie? What did you come here for? Iceberg's intentions in coming here were rather clear. Well, am I not allowed to help out? Frankie was surprised to hear this, and jokingly said, Can you even follow my plans? Iceberg put his equipment aside and spoke. You should ask yourself that. All you've been doing is dismantling. Are you sure your skill is up for it? Let me see your blueprints. At this moment, some professional carpenters from the Galila company arrived too, Polly speaking. Tom's workers have all gathered together, huh? You don't need to build your ship in a place like this, you know? Tilestone, RAWR. I heard you're building a ship for the Straw Hats. Is there anything we can do to help? Peeply Lulu, yeah. We don't want you to rush and be sloppy with the job. Iceberg, NMAAA, guys, are you done with the backstreets? Polly, the employees said they didn't mind us coming here to help. After all, we're making a replacement for that burned pirate ship. Frankie, guys. All of you. Don't hold me back, got that? Tilestone, alright, let us show you the skills of shipwrights from Dock 1. equals 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 equals. Fishman Island. Inside the Sea Train Workshop, many people gathered here today. Perhaps the most prominent of them is King Neptune and his assistants. On the sidewalk, a mysterious shape of a metal train appeared. Ta ha ha. This huge thing still needs a lot of time to complete. This thing is really amazing, big brother. Den continued to touch every part of the train's outer plate with great excitement. Den was Tom's younger brother. Ta ha ha ha. You're just exaggerating. No, he's not exaggerating at all. You're a treasure for our fishman race, Tom-san. I never expected to see such progress. At this rate, the famous sea train from the manga will soon appear to the world. Tom looked at the tall man with a soft smile on his chubby face. Your Majesty flatters me. I am glad with your compliment. As if I wouldn't finish the ship without your help. NMAA. Isn't that the truth? The truth, my ass. Since I already have the blueprints, it's okay to finish it perfectly without your help. My great touch is evident in this ship. No. It's my touch. What does a kid like you know? This ship is my creation. And you are the kid. Calm down, brats. Tom-san. That bastard says he took credit for creating Sunny with me. I am the only one who made Sunny. You and your men just gave a little help. Well, since you are the one who drew up the blueprints for the ship, you're the one who created with Dawn. Iceberg is just teasing you, ta-ha-ha. Oh. What's wrong with you, Kokoro? You look so frustrated? In another hand, Kokoro, who was slowly losing her youth, sat looking at the manga page in frustration. Kokoro pointed to the part where she announced the next island for the Straw Hats crew. Oh. Yeah. The next island the log post points to is Fishman Island. What's wrong with that? Oh, I see. Sanji, you bastard. On the manga page, Sanji shows indescribable happiness when he hears that the next island is Fishman Island, but he suffers a setback of frustration when he remembers that Kokoro is a mermaid. He had this concern that all mermaids look like Kokoro-san. Won't his miserable life end up if it is true? He will definitely commit suicide. King Neptune, his assistants, Frankie, and Iceberg laughed until tears fell from their eyes at that scene. Ohara. BFT. Ha 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 ha. Even though she's used to Sanji's funny moves, she still laughs with the same intensity when she sees him do it again. Sara wiped away a small tear that fell from her eye because of her excessive laughter. You look so pretty when you laugh like that, Sora. Suddenly, she felt two strong hands pulling her into a warm embrace, and she gave up resistance completely. This is because the person who did it was her dear husband. Is it really so? The times when she was shy and acted like a scared rabbit on Rob's lap are long gone already. Now, she was indeed his wife. So, is the next island really Fishman Island? Really good question. That's right, but they still have to go through the terrible Florian Triangle and then stop at Sabaody Archipelago, which still belongs to the Navy in the manga. That means they wouldn't get to Fishman Island that easily. Right? Yes, a lot of interesting things will happen before that. While Rob was enjoying himself with one of his most attractive wives, Roger's pirates were still enjoying reading the manga in the art store, which was moving at a fast pace at this point. Nami is so scary. How the hell did she manage to turn Luffy's face into such a miserable shape? Shanks said. She's a demon. No, Luffy deserves it. Who the hell wastes 100 million berries at a party? Buggy replied. It's good she didn't kill him. Shanks was clearly on Luffy's side, while Buggy was delighted to see Luffy's miserable state. Chapter 354, Straw Hat's New Wanted Posters. Manga Events. Mozu and Kiwi as well as Chimney and Ganbi came to find Luffy for a very important purpose. Frankie bro. Asked all of you to come. The dream ship is done. Chimney said with the stars twinkling in her eyes. It's really a great one.
Luffy was delighted with the sudden news.
It's done already. That's much faster than planned.
He soon received the answer as to why it was finished so quickly.
5 top-notch shipwrights spent days and nights to build it. Sanji, Nami, and Chopper were also happy and were ready to go and see their new ship. All right. Let's go. Whoa.
Suddenly, the Frankies also arrived. Exhaustion was evident on their faces and they had expressions of fear and shock on their faces.
STRAAWHAATSAAN. Frankie family. What's going on, guys? You're all running out of breath.
After recovering himself, Zambai finally began to speak.
Ha! I have a favor to ask of you. Did you see the wanted posters? You have an outrageous bounty on your head, Straw Hat-san. The others, too. You all got a bounty on your head. Sanji excitedly asked. Me, too. Cool. As Nami asked with shock and fear. Me, too. Asked Chopper, trying to suppress his excitement. Me, too.
Zambai pulled out all of their wanted posters for them to see for themselves.
Here. See for yourself. All 7 of you got bounties. Straw Hat Luffy. Bounty, 300 million berry, woohoo. Mine increased. Pirate Hunter Zoro.
Bounty, 120 million berry, heh.
Cat Thief Nami. Bounty, 16 million berry, wha. Cotton Candy Lover Chopper, pet. Bounty, 50 berry, 50. Devil's Child Nico Robin. Bounty, 80 million berry.
King of Sharpshooters Sogeking.
Bounty, 30 million berry. Black Leg Sanji, picture unavailable. Bounty, 77 million berry, who's this? Luffy pointed to a certain wanted poster before laughing. Shishishi even Sogeking got one.
Meanwhile, Nami, Sanji, and Chopper all fell into depression.
But Zambai still has something to say. Well, I can feel you. And I know you've got lots to say, but... wait. Our request is in regard to this. Look at this. Cyborg Frankie. Bounty, 44 million berry. Frankie. Straw Hat-san, please. Use force if necessary. Please take him out to sea. He's a son of a pirate after all. Equals 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 equals. Sabaody Archipelago. I guess it's time to go back to Drum Island, isn't it, young nurses?
Before opening up the manga volume again, Kureha scanned the patient registry, which was now nearly empty. This means that her job here is over.
And what was her job here?
Healing the slaves who were in a bad state here in Sabaody. Now, after a month of treatment, she's done with it and most of the slaves have left for their new homes.
Yes, big sister, we miss snow baths. The cool weather here is totally unsuitable for my complexion. Me too. Are we really going back, big sister?
Seeing those young and energetic nurses calling her as big sister made the smile on Kureha's face grow up even bigger. In fact, the nurses weren't wrong to call her as big sister, because she really looked like one. After working for Rob for many years, she was finally rewarded with the legendary elixir of eternal youth, and her lost youth was restored again. After consuming the elixir of eternal youth, the current Kureha looked like a very beautiful woman in her 30s. She had blonde hair, brown eyes, and very white skin. The cigarette in her mouth made her more attractive and elegant. She looked like Hina but more mature and prettier. Okay, but before that, we have to finish this volume first.
Oh. The new crew bounties have been released? BFT. Ha 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 ha. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. Seeing Chopper's wanted poster and his cute reaction made her laugh so hard.
How dare you bastard Rob treat my little Chopper like a pet. I'll deal with you later.
Hey, look at Sanji's poster. BFT. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. His reaction killed me. Ha ha ha. Cotton candy lover? Chopper is so cute. The cute nurses continued to interact with the chapter enthusiastically. After all, their work here is already done. It's okay to enjoy themselves a bit at this point. Hey, you seem to be having fun.
Suddenly, a beautiful young woman with extremely long red hair entered. She was wearing a long uniform similar to that of the high-class Marine, but the symbol of the Hunters Guild and the number 4 surrounded by flaming wings adorned the red uniform and gave it a majestic aura.
Yo Bella-sama. Looks like your mission in Water 7 is over too? One of the pretty nurses named Carla asked curiously. No, I'm not done yet. I have an open mission. It's not like the Navy can break up the protective barrier. I can move freely between art stores.
Belmere sat in a corner near Kureha and opened up her volume with an excited expression on her face. As expected, reading this with girls is much better.
Oh, my lovely Nami looks so pretty in her wanted poster, hee hee. Away in Marine Ford. Wahahaha. 300 million berry? That's quite a lot.
The amazing thing is the fast rate of his bounty rising.
Garp still enjoys reading manga at the place overlooking the ocean where he sat previously.
Not a single Marine dared to approach or attempt to disturb Vice Admiral Garp.
Rommel Kingdom. What a high bounty your son has earned, Dragon-san. Yahohoho. You're obviously looking at Nami. Do you know what would happen to you if Belmere found out that you had deviant thoughts about Nami? Why are you so nasty to me, sand ass?
Brook looked at Crocodile with tears in his eyes. Suddenly, the door to the silent room opened, and a towering man entered.
Rob-san sent me here. Am I allowed in? With pleasure, Bartholomew Kuma. Dragon stood up to welcome the famous king with a surprised look in his eyes. Chapter 355, The New Ship. Syrup Town.
The store goddess Banshina was nervous and confused the whole time while reading the new volume. After all, her son's crisis with the crew still continues.
And it's not over yet. Despite his participation in the event of freeing Robin and appearing with a strong spirit as a member of the crew. However, the scene that just appeared in the manga where Zoro prevents Luffy and the rest from going to retrieve Usopp made her feel very sad. Why did Zoro stand in the way of her son's return to the crew? Aren't they friends who have gone through all kinds of adversities and adventures together? That's what she couldn't understand as Usopp's mother. But from the point of view of pirates and men, Zoro was absolutely right. There was not an iota of fault in what Zoro did. And this is what the reactions of many people on the forums showed. Usopp must apologize, my dear. It's his duty to his captain. Suddenly, 2 men with rifles on their waists emerged from the private section of the art store. The person who spoke was wearing a headband and he had his name clearly written on it as if he was afraid that people wouldn't recognize him. He was Usopp. After a month of fighting on the front lines, he finally got his first leave. Banshina was very happy after seeing her husband back, whom she hadn't seen for nearly a month. Soon, she hugged him passionately. On the other hand, Ben Beckman was still in shock. Experiencing teleportation through the art store for the first time was extremely shocking. After all, only people who have been approved by Rob can navigate through the art shop's teleportation feature. Ben Beckman was lucky enough to get Rob's approval just a month after joining him. Did we really transported to East Blue, Usopp? Usopp and Banshina stopped hugging each other and looked at the confused Beckman with smiles on their faces. Welcome into Syrup Town, Gecko Archipelago, mate. Is it Ben Beckman, right? Beckman removed the cigarette from his mouth and began to introduce himself formally because he noticed that some people were starting to point at him excitedly. This is a sign that he has been identified again. I'm Ben Beckman, a former pirate hunter from North Blue. Now, I'm an A-rank hunter in the Hunters Guild. Nice to meet you, Miss Banshina. I've heard so much about you. It's my honor too.
Banshina also bowed to express her pleasure at meeting him. Dear, we only transported here because I wanted to take a look and meet you.
We're going to O'Hara. You haven't finished the volume yet, have you?
No, I haven't finished it yet. You see, there are a lot of readers today who have come from different islands of the archipelago and the neighboring islands.
That's why it was a lot of work, as you know.
Sky Island, Shandia City, formerly the City of Gold.
Within Sky Island's second art store, many voices of loud laughter were heard in this place.
Most notable was the voice of Dr. Hirolek's laughter.
I'm a pirate as well. I fought like a brave man. I'm not satisfied with this amount, 50 berry. Ah ha 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 ha. After reading this line that Chopper said, Dr. Hirolek couldn't help but laugh. Even his tears fell. Before that, he laughed so hard about Sanji too, who feared would become a laughingstock for pretty ladies all over the world because of the drawn picture which supposed the picture of what he looked like. Oh. Is this the new ship? Oh sun god. It looks like a great ship. The front head is like the sun. It is a symbol of freedom.
Hirolek overlooked the comments of the Shandians, who were reading the volume, and they said just what came to their mind.
No matter how I look at it, it looks like a lion to me. He didn't know that what they said was to the point.
That ship really symbolizes freedom.
Equals 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 equals. Manga events.
Luffy and his crewmates have arrived at Shipwreck Island where their new ship is done built.
Hey! We're here, Frankie. Give us the ship. Unfortunately, Frankie wasn't here, but they found Iceberg instead. NMAA. Ice Awesome. Welcome. Unfortunately, Frankie's not around.
But the ship is ready.
Allow me to show you the ship instead. This ship is amazing.
I stood there astonished when I saw the blueprints.
It will be able to cross any kind of sea. With this ship, you can even go to the end of the world. Frankie also left you a message, Straw Hat. Just show me already. Luffy was so excited after all.
If you will be the Pirate King one day, then sail with the King of Beasts. After a perverted storm caused by Frankie's family, who successfully steals Frankie's pants and successfully deliver it to Luffy, the scene finally comes down to Luffy formally inviting Frankie to the crew.
Frankie. Thank you so much for the ship. It's the greatest. We'll take good care of it. After hearing this, Frankie sighed. Yeah. I wish you all a safe journey with the ship. Luffy shouted. If you want this back, then be our nakama. Equals 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 equals. Fishman Island. Damn you guys. I'm not crying. Whoa wah.
Arriving at this scene, little Frankie was so moved to tears. In his life, he never thought that he would get such a wonderful nakama and become one of the protagonists of the amazing One Piece story.
What a wonderful ship. Frankie. You really are a great disciple for me. The ship is much better than the Oro Jackson. Your future skill totally amazes me. You are now one of the protagonists of the One Piece manga. This is very honorable. You said it at the beginning, but I really didn't expect it to happen. You are the shipwright that Luffy has chosen. Chapter 356, Frankie joins the crew. Oh my gosh. He's running around without wearing anything on. This. Oh shit. Oh. My eyes. The hell? What was Rob-san thinking when he was drawing this shitty chapter? Kaya. He is completely naked. Ah. Luckily that the baseball coincided with the scene when his half-body appeared.
When Frankie's pants were stolen and he chased after his men to get it back, some respected readers felt that this scene was too much for their eyes, but the majority of readers were unrestrained, so they enjoyed this particular scene. Loud voices of laughter could be heard from every art store in the world. This perverted event soon comes to an end when Robin uses her ability to make Frankie know the meaning of pain. Everyone who was drinking a drink at this moment spat it out in shock.
My God! What do I see?
She crushed them. Alvia's face turned red as she saw this scene.
Boob! Where are you?
Rob, who was away in the corner with Sarah, shivered subconsciously when he heard his wife's angry growl.
I'm sorry, honey.
I'm going away for a while, please soothe Alvia's anger for me.
BFT. Ha ha ha. All right. But tell me, where are you going, my dear?
Sarah wiped away some of the tears that had formed in the side of her eye from all the laughter she had made before and asked Rob.
To a place so far away. But I won't be late, goodbye.
As soon as he said that, he disappeared in thin air as he felt Alvia getting closer and closer.
He didn't want to face angry Alvia because she's scarier than Emu. Well, he deserves it. No, it's all because of Oda. Damn it.
Rob cried without tears before choosing his next destination and disappearing from the Ohara art store.
He's already done his work with Roger Pirates anyway.
On the other side were Roger, Rouge, Rayleigh, Shaki, Odin, Whitey, and the others laughing so hard at Rob's plight.
I didn't know Robin had such a sadistic side. That's scary. That little girl is going to be even more terrifying than Alvia-san.
No wonder she is called the Devil's Child.
Isn't her father really a devil? Shut up. He'll definitely hear you even if he's absent. Don't forget that this building is one of his mystical abilities.
Shanks shut Buggy's mouth so he wouldn't talk too much.
Alvia is really angry,
Rouge said with a naughty expression in her eyes.
Equals 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 equals. Manga events.
After Sanji and Zoro arrive with the bad news about Garp's pursuit of the crew, Luffy finally returns Frankie's pants to him.
Ah. Here you go. Now, get on my ship, Frankie. Frankie grabbed his pants before laughing. He. None of your cheek.
You're amateurs who can only do poor touch-up jobs.
I'd pity this excellent ship if it didn't have a shipwright.
It was at this moment that Frankie finally decided what he was going to do from now on.
All right. I'll take care of it.
I, Frankie, will be the shipwright for your ship. Hearing this, Luffy and Chopper excitedly exclaimed.
Woohoo! Our new nakama.
After seeing this, Kiwi and Mozu both started crying.
Bro. Same for Frankie family. Don't cry. Don't cry. We can count on Straw Hat-san. Tom-san, I'm leaving this island.
I was a poor student who caused a lot of trouble, but thank you for taking care of me.
Younguns of Galila, take good care of Iceberg. I caused a lot of trouble for you, too. Kokoro Hag, Shrimp, and Rabbit. Yokozuna. Lively citizens. Pervert. Where are you going? You coming back, right? My sisters. Sodom and Gomorrah. And my lovable men. I'm gonna be away for a while. Brew. Put on your pants already. Equals 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 equals. Fishman Island. Frankie was crying so hard while reading this scene.
Despite being a kid, he has experienced the life of his adult self almost entirely through the manga, which is why he always has dreams when he sleeps. Dreams in which his future self is the hero, not as a kid.
Great. So at this point, you will finally follow in your parents' footsteps, huh? Tom patted the crying kid on the shoulder and sighed with relief. You are a real man.
Seeing himself in another flashback made Tom feel so complicated. He didn't expect this kid to be so affected by him that he mortgaged his bright future on Water 7 just to pay him back.
Teacher. Ow. It's okay to cry. Do you see? Even your adult self crying like a kid. You're just a kid now, you can cry all you want, my kid. OWAH. I'm not a kid.
On the other hand, Iceberg stared at the scene with a bright smile.
Since you love Water 7, why not come back? King Neptune asked a question that baffled everyone.
I'll come back, but I'll only come back with a gift as great as a sea train. Tom replied with a bright smile on his face.
Water 7. This is so touching. Frankie. A real man.
I wonder if he'll still be like that after his balls are squashed.
Idiot. He's a cyborg, so he doesn't need that. I'm not talking about manhood on that side.
He's a real man because he cherishes his teacher so much even after his death.
Yes, I wish I could have a student like him.
Now that he's a member of the Straw Hat Pirates, that means he'll become one of the stars of this story.
It's okay. He deserves it.
The residents of Water 7 continued to passionately discuss the events of the chapter.
Chapter 357, Usopp Comeback. Manga events.
Going back to what Zoro said earlier to the crew on the subject of Usopp, all the crew members were confused. After all, the ship has already left Water 7, but where is the last crew member?
Flashback. Usopp will come back.
Sanji replied while smoking a cigarette as usual.
Yeah.
He was rehearsing at the beach.
For real.
Luffy was pleasantly surprised after hearing this.
Wow. Good to know. Let's go fetch him immediately. The same for Chopper and Nami, who sighed in relief. Oh. He's not docile at all. Woohoo! Usopp's coming back. But before the trio exited the door, they were stopped by Zoro's annoyed voice. Wait up, guys. I won't let anyone go fetch him. Luffy was surprised by this. Yeah. Why? No matter what, you shouldn't take a humble approach. I will not approve of him until he apologizes. Hearing this, Chopper and Nami become enraged. Zoro! Hey, why are you saying such things? Shush! Zoro immediately silenced Nami.
Whatever the thoughts were in Luffy and Usopp's argument, and no matter who was correct, as long as the two decided to fight, the outcome was entrusted to the match.
In the end, he lost. And left us. Sanji.
Zoro, listen, guys. Even though he's such an idiot, he is our captain.
Luffy. It's better not to have someone who cannot pay due respect to him when there's something in our crew.
A crew whose captain has lost his dignity will surely collapse.
Equals 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 equals. The New World, Dressrosa Kingdom. This is a true vice captain.
A genuine smile appeared on the face of Bullet, the former member of Roger's Pirates who decided to break up with the crew right after returning from Laugh Tale. Bullet was currently on one of the islands containing an art store in the New World, Dressrosa Island. Seeing someone like Zoro with solid values made him love this character.
He really looks like Rayleigh-san. Oh, who do we have here? The former crew member of the Pirate King's ship, Douglas Bullet? What a rare guest. That's why this area is empty, It turns out that a big shot like you is sitting here, foo.
Suddenly, a noble with red-white hair and a tuxedo appeared near Bullet's table.
What do you want, Patrick Redfield?
If it wasn't for the feature of Art Store which would prevent fighting intent from exiting a person's body, a massive explosion of Conqueror Haki would have appeared that could send everyone flying away.
East Blue, Shimotsuki Town. Inside his dojo.
The old face of Kozaburo showed satisfied smile as he read Zoro's words one after another.
Very good. This is the real samurai. A kind smile appeared on Koshiro's face, too.
After all, he was Zoro's teacher in the manga.
Suddenly, Koshiro's wife Tsuna enters up and serves tea first to Kozaburo and then to her husband. But before her leaving, she heard Kozaburo's voice. Take that useless brat away with you. Navy Base, G20 branch. Ha ha ha. You seem to have become very easy on the Straw Hats lately in the manga. After seeing Akiji sleeping on Garp's ship in the manga, Zephyr laughed. On the other hand, Kuzan didn't say anything, but just explored the interesting events in the chapter. Looks like he's driving his grandson away. This Garp is so despicable. I wonder how Sengoku became friends with someone like him. Ha ha ha. I'm sure Sengoku will throw a tantrum after seeing this scene. Because it's impossible for Garp not to blow up their ship with a single cannonball given to this distance. It's his grandson, Zephyr-san. Would you hurt your dear grandson if he were a pirate? Hearing that, Zephyr fell silent. Lucky for him he didn't have a pirate in his family. By the way, I heard that you received a warning of some kind from Sky Sword several years ago. Was it because of it you transformed your family to the inner center in Marineford? Kuzan asked. On the coast of Shipwreck Island, Usopp fell to his knees in great frustration and grief as he saw the ship carrying his all comrades and sailing away. If that's how it is, let me say one last thing. I'm why? I'm sorry for being stubborn. I was wrong. The tears and snot did not stop. Usopp was in a very emotional state. He was afraid of losing his comrades. He was afraid of losing the house that belonged to it. He was afraid that the dreamlike journey would end here. He was completely afraid, so at this moment his tears reflected everything. Luffy, Frankie, Sanji, Yash, Zoro, Usopp. Usopp continued his apology. I know it's shameful. And I know I said I left the crew. Can I take what I said? Can I please? Please let me stay with you guys. Please make me your nakama one more time. Suddenly, Luffy's rubber hand reached for Usopp. Luffy's tears come down in comically scene. Idiot. Hurry and grab my hand. Mwah. By his side, Zoro laughed at this scene. You're the idiot. Nami laughed happily while wiping away her tears. The scene was very emotional though farcical. Haha. You guys look so lame. While dragging Usopp to the ship, Luffy was very happy. Finally. Everyone's together. Let's just away from this bombardment and head for adventure, guys. Oh. Equals 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 equals. You see? I told you that. Usopp said. Banshina cried so much that she couldn't stop her tears. Next to her, even Usopp couldn't stop his crying. He didn't expect such a scene to come. His son Usopp completely collapsed in the manga. The scene of his collapse was extremely touching. It affected not only Usopp's parents but all the One Piece manga fans. This can be seen in the forums that was on the brink of exploding from the sheer number of tweets and posts supporting Usopp. Chapter 358, Thousand Sunny. East Blue, Log Town. When will I appear again? The 10-year-old looked happy and tense again while reading the One Piece volume as he wished he would appear again. The little kid had the gaze of an adult man, sharp and indifferent. This has changed since he appeared in the manga 3 years ago and was constantly stalked by many people due to his identity as a person with destiny. Author's note: people with destiny are the characters that appeared in the manga. The only place he felt safe in was the art store. This kid, who grew up on the tales of the great pirate king who started his journey from their town, was Smoker. It's fortunate for him as a kid would be difficult to recognize him if he did not reveal his name. So he was still living his life relatively well in Log Town, which had become more prosperous than it had been in the past because of the art store. For now, little Smoker was enjoying manga as much as any other reader. But for characters like him appearing in the manga, his enjoyment was on a whole other level compared to ordinary people. Ha ha ha.
Smoker laughed softly after seeing the stupid names the crew members had suggested for the ship.
Thousand Sunny?
A ship that can cross 1,000 seas with unparalleled force.
Good name.
Why did Luffy say goodbye to his grandfather and the rest?
How will they escape? Oh sure dash. Garp really going to destroy them?
Seeing how Garp threw an enormous cannonball at Sunny made him shiver. Not only he, but everyone else in the art store felt dumbfounded and in awe in this scene.
What the heck? Did Garp seriously want to kill his grandson? But everyone breathed a sigh of relief after seeing the ship flew away. Wait. It's flying away?
Coup de burst.
What? Oh my gosh. They'd really flown up. This ship is so amazing. Equals 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 equals. Manga events.
The Marines were shocked to see the ship fly away.
The ship flew away.
A weird smile appeared on Garp's old face after seeing this.
They've done it.
Kobe smiled happily as Helmeppo was shocked. Even Admiral Akiji had to lift the ice protector over one eye to get a good view of the situation.
On board the Thousand Sunny. Whoa! This feeling. We know this feeling.
Hearing that, Frankie started to speak. I've consumed 3 Coke barrels.
But we can fly 1 kilometer with this. Whatever your going Mary did. This ship can do everything. This ship surpasses it on every point. This Thousand Sunny will inherit that ship's brave spirit. If it breaks, I'll fix it without flaw. Count on me for your ship and weapon needs. From this day on, this is your ship.
The Straw Hat Pirates shouted in high spirits.
Oh! Garp, this isn't good. They ran away. Hearing this, Akiji resentfully replied. Yes. Certainly. I've confirmed it. BWA ha 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 ha. That's my grandson for you. Equals 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 equals.
A kind smile appeared on Smoker's face after seeing this scene and hearing the enthusiastic crowd's comments.
Ha! Commodore Smoker. Isn't it me?
Little Smoker's heart started pounding wildly after seeing the muscular man with light green hair wielding a Kairoseki rod behind his back.
I'd appeared again.
The stars literally appeared in his eyes. He had been waiting for his reappearance for so many arcs that had passed.
It's Smoker again. He beat a 50 million berry pirate, huh? Not bad. Aren't Smoker and Toshiji residents of our load town?
Yes, that's for sure.
Ha 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 ha. Toshiji really suffers without glasses. Ha ha ha. Does he still dream of catching Luffy? He's dreaming as usual. Alabasta Sky Island. Capital of Alyabarna. The atmosphere in this fantasy place was as wonderful as ever.
Ever since Alabasta was transported from the blue sea to the sky, positive changes kept happening one after another in this place. One after another, new cities appeared, in which people of all races dwelt.
If Fishman Island is a paradise at the bottom of the sea, then Alabasta Sky Island is a paradise above the clouds. My dear wife. Our kingdom had appeared in the manga again.
While holding a manga book in his hands, Cobra shouted excitedly. His wife, Titi, was sitting on a soft bed while stroking her distended belly with warm, maternal looks. She is clearly in the late stages of pregnancy.
Really? Let me see. This is you. This is Igaram. Shaka, and this is Pell.
And this is my dear Vivi, she looks so pretty. Yes, just like her mother. A perverted look appeared on King Cobra's face while saying that, but that didn't escape his wife's eyes.
Ouch. It hurts. Don't show that kind of face again. Ah.
Understood. I feel a bit sad for my dear Vivi who gave up her dreams to live in this kingdom. The journey she would have had with the Straw Hats is like no other.
In this case, will there be a place for her in the crew in the future? The dangers of this world are many after all. Chapter 359, Hometown's Reactions. Grand Line, Jaya.
Inside the art store at Jaya Island, a very weird scene occurred.
The same scene that appeared in the manga is ironically repeated in reality. The scene that's shown in the manga.
Zeph was reading the newspaper reporting the chaos caused by the Straw Hat crew in Eni's lobby, then showed the wanted poster of Sanji to his buddies who were already laughing so hard at it to tears, while they chanting, "Sanji is the best." When in reality, young man Zeph was reading the manga volume, exactly the scene in which he and his crew of chefs appear.
Look at this, guys. Da ha ha ha.
Although they laughed so hard when Sanji's wanted poster appeared for the first time after their reaction to it in the manga appeared, they laughed about it again than earlier. Sanji is a laughingstock, no, he a legend.
Da ha ha ha.
Just who came up with the idea to hang his poster in the restaurant?
I'm sure it was you, Patty. Who else could come up with such silly ideas? Ha 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 ha.
No, I seriously think it was you, Karn.
You're unsavory enough. It's you. No, it's you. Enough of your nonsense, guys. Let's end this volume in peace. Oh.
It shows all the hometowns of the crew members and the relatives' reactions.
That's great. We're really lucky to be alive to see these proud scenes in the manga.
Zeph was happy with these precious moments. This chapter got me seriously thinking about opening Baratai restaurant in the East Blue.
It would be a great home to come back to.
Hearing that from their captain's mouth made the rest of the crew smile and nod happily.
East Blue, Fusha Town.
Inside the Fusha art store, gazes were instinctively directed at the town's mayor who appeared back in the manga.
Ha ha ha.
As expected of the mayor, he's not satisfied with Luffy going away and causing troubles for the Navy.
Well, my character in the manga is what should be in retirement age.
But now, I'm still a strong young man. I support Luffy in what he did to save his comrades.
Damn it.
It made me so excited, just remembering the scene when Luffy and the rest stand up for Robin gives me goosebumps.
Ha ha ha. This is our mayor.
Sure. The epic that Luffy and his squad did in Eni's lobby will be forever in the memory.
Oh. So pretty. It's Makino-chan.
I love her so much.
Shut up, you idiot. Makino-chan is only a 3-year-old child. Ouch. I'm talking about Makino-chan's adult version. They're the same, idiot. Who is Deiden you talked about in the manga, Mayor-san? Deiden. Actually, I don't know.
On the side, Father Mercar and Camila smiled at this scene.
Their daughter was deeply loved by everyone, and that was heartening. Honey, why do you look so sad?
Camila glanced sideways but noticed a hint of sadness that soon disappeared under the smile on Father Mercar's face.
Ah. Well, she looks just like her late mother.
Father Mercar referred to the scene where Makino appears in the manga.
Syrup Town. Oh my gosh. Our village has appeared in the manga again. We become a big town, not just a village, man.
In the manga, we're still just a village, the world around us has really changed a lot.
Oh. It's Kaya-sama. A living goddess. She's so pretty. Those 3 brats also appear again. How the villagers heck did they not recognize Usopp? Is that their mother's nose? Stupidity has limits.
There are many intelligent as Luffy and Chopper in our village. We have to force Kaya's parents to give birth her early. She is truly a first-class beauty in our world.
Idiot.
She's already reserved for Usopp.
So you're going? Yes. This is our last chance to meet Captain Shanks. Okay, I won't stop you. Don't worry, Banshina. It's just a meeting.
Captain Shanks is still a member of Roger Pirates.
Yasopp and Ben Beckman had entered the teleportation room in the art store and chosen their next destination, O'Hara, West Blue. Shimatsuki Town. Oh, no. That face again. Kozaburo frowned after seeing his son reappear in the manga. On the other hand, Koshiro and Suna were happy to see him appear in the manga again.
Being a graduate of my dojo, Zoro has given endless vitality and enthusiasm to the young students, Koshiro commented.
Your dojo? You say? He is my dojo, you unworthy son. Despite saying this, Kozaburo couldn't hide his smile while reading his son's inner thoughts in the manga. You don't even know how to teach piracy.
A true teacher can teach his students anything.
Ah. Yeah. Koshiro and Suna were speechless at this moment. Kokoyashi Town.
Like Fusha, Syrup, and other villages that turned into cities because of the art store.
The same applies to Kokoyashi Village, which in turn turned into a big city. Not only is it big, but it can also even be said that it has become the capital of the Konomi archipelago.
Inside the art store, the young men of the village were huddled together with mouths full of saliva and eyes the shape of a heart. Faces perverted completely in the shape of the Sanji template.
Goddess.
No, this is a first-class goddess.
No, Jiko-chan. I love you. How the hell? How could Sky Sword draw such beauty? Shut up. Nami is better. Look at her poster. No, Jiko is better.
These tattoos just made her hotter.
You fools. You are speaking in such a perverted way about my daughters before me? They are Belmir-san's daughters. But they are my adopted daughters in the manga too. We don't deny it, Genzo.
But you should know that as long as Belmir is alive, you have no chance of becoming an adoptive father to Nojiko and Nami in this life.
Genzo continued reading the manga without paying attention to what these mobs had to say.
In his heart, he will always be Nami and Nojiko's adoptive father, as long as the One Piece manga has always admitted that.
Chapter 360, Revolutionary Stronghold Baltaigo. Grand Line, Drum Kingdom.
Drum Castle, this place was where the royal palace of the current royal family of the Winter Kingdom was located.
Why?
Why was my kingdom's identity completely obliterated in the manga?
Wah! From within the castle, a clear crying voice could be heard.
The person who was crying heartily was the current king of the country himself.
King Maypal. It's all because of you.
Seeing the kingdom's title in the manga changing from Drum Kingdom at the beginning to Sakura Kingdom now made him want to strangle his own son to death.
Seeing his father's bloodshot eyes, the 2-year-old Wapple started crying, too. Whoa! What the heck are you doing? He's just a little child.
After hearing the voice of the child crying, his mother rushed to calm him down. Queen Rasha was the wife of King Maypal and the mother of Wapple, another character who had not appeared in the manga before. Unlike Maypal, who looked like a good-looking version of the adult Wapple, Rasha looked like a very beautiful woman, with white hair, blue eyes, and a hot MILF body. She looked like a snow fairy. When Rob saw her for the first time, he was baffled as to why such a beautiful woman would be associated with a man like King Maypal. Even if he were a king, he was not worthy of her. When he saw the arrival of his angry wife, King Maypal started to sweat profusely.
I've been playing with him. Yeah. We were just playing. You know that I want to make my son become a kind and just king. Stop it. How many times have I told you he's just a child? Don't bully the kids. My Wapple will never be the same as it appeared in the manga, trust me. Bighorn or Art Store Town. The new capital of the Winter Kingdom.
This was where Rob set up the art store when he first came here. Right now, there was a violent blizzard, and snow fell heavily on the art store, but no matter how much snow fell, it didn't change the outer appearance of the art store at all. Unlike the art store, the surrounding houses sank into the snow at varying rates. Although it was still day, due to the intensity of the blizzard, it looked extremely dark, gloomy, and cold. This was the atmosphere outside, but inside the art store, the atmosphere was completely different. Like the difference between day and night. Inside the art store, most of the people of the kingdom from all the nearby villages had gathered inside. The art store's interior space was enough for thousands of people to gather inside after all. At this moment, a group of sexy women walked out from the private section, but no one from the Drum Kingdom dared to look at them for a second time. Because they were the famous medical squad of the Hunters Guild, led by immortal Dr. Kureha, and her apprentices, beautiful nurses.
Where is that kid, Dalton? Here I am, Kureha-sama.
As soon as she called him, the 9-year-old Dalton, who was a popular character here on Drum Island, appeared.
Dalton. Did you complete the task I gave you a month ago?
At this moment, a scene similar to the one shown in the manga has happened. Kureha, who has now become a beautiful young woman, puts her hands on her waist, showing huge breasts and her slim white waist adorned with a gold ring in her navel. While on the other side, the kid Dalton stood looking at the floor in embarrassment. We're still searching. We already found a lot of reindeer herds, but we couldn't decide the herd that Chopper would appear in.
This is a difficult task, but I trust that the future king of the Sakura Kingdom will be able to accomplish it, hee.
Perhaps it would be best not to interfere with the natural course of things, but you know that a lot of pirates, poachers, and mafia guys have been coming here with great frequency lately. We don't want to lose the chance of Chopper being born into this world.
That's why I'm counting on you, Dalton. Dalton felt happy after hearing that.
It's an honor for him to be relied upon by the immortal doctor. Yes, recently many people have flocked to the kingdom for various purposes. Most of them were searching for the mysterious devil fruit that Chopper ate or Chopper's herd.
Equals 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 equals. Manga events. Grand Line.
The island of white soil, Baltaigo. An island of white rock appeared on the horizon, containing houses built inside the rocks.
The rebellion at Centauria of South Blue ended in triumph. Another kingdom was taken down.
This is great.
With North Blue from the other day. Don't enjoy this victory. This is a war.
Suddenly, a heavy voice interrupted the group of rebels who were enjoying the news of another kingdom's successful rebellion.
Sorry.
From the person's shaken tone of apology, it seemed that the man who had just spoken was the leader of this place and no one else.
Of course, manga readers couldn't notice these points at first. After all, this person hadn't appeared yet.
Suddenly, the mysterious person put his hand on Luffy's wanted poster and asked another person in charge of communications at the rebel base.
Who is this?
The revolutionary in charge of communications answered with all he knew about the owner of the wanted poster.
Straw Hat Luffy. He's the one who took down Crocodile in Alabasta.
After the Enies Lobby incident, his pirate crew has grown so big that the government can't hide it any longer.
The total bounty of the crew is 667 million berry. And 50.
I've heard their captain and Garp from the Marines are.
Where are you going?
Before hearing the rest, the mysterious person left the room.
Gonna get some fresh air.
Afterward, when the mysterious person walked outside, it was no longer mysterious, as his face and identity were shockingly revealed to the readers.
Live the life you want, Luffy.
Occasionally, the Times use every possible chance and determination to question the world.
The day we shall meet again will eventually come.
The worst criminal in the world, revolutionist dragon, Monkey D. Dragon.
Equals 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 equals. Boom. Damn you. Son of bitch. Immediately.
Dispatch a war regiment with Buster Call Level 1 to destroy Baltaigo Island. Even if it isn't the bastard rebel stronghold right now, we don't want to see this island in this world anymore.
Blow it up.
Understood, sir.
The CP0 official relayed the angry Gorosei's orders and ran away. That's why he resigned from the Navy and left a year ago.
The worst criminal in the world?
Who gave him the courage to become one?
This is unforgivable. We are at war with the hunters. And now, revolutionaries will surely appear.
Things are getting worse. Even if they appear, they'll be extremely weak. Don't mind them for the time being. How about Koff? Has he reached Wano?
The moment the blonde Gorosei said the name of the bald Gorosei, he suddenly coughed, so his name was not revealed.
He has already arrived.
That wraps up this part of What If Becoming a Mangaka in One Piece World.
Thanks so much for listening.
As always, new parts drop every 4 days, so be sure to stay tuned.
Quick reminder.
What If Natsu Had Dual Elements will be going on hold soon, since we've nearly caught up with the author. I'd love to do another poll to decide our next project, but unfortunately, due to my travel plans, I won't be able to start a new series until the end of December if we go that route. So instead, I've decided that the series which came in second place in the last poll will be our next project.
That means the series replacing What If Natsu Had Dual Elements will be What If Transmigrated into One Piece and Became a Marine?
Also check out my Patreon channel for early releases of all the series, where you can find all the series released one day ahead of YouTube. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, share it with your friends, and please consider supporting the original author as well.
See you in the next one.